My name is Marta, and in this Red Gamer Tech video I am here to talk about Nioh. Now of course we got the announcement earlier on today that the game is indeed making its way to the PC in November the 7th to be exact. Now in this video I kind of want to give you the TLDR of all the PC details, but I'm really here to give you the minimum and recommended specs for this particular game, which of course is very much like Dark Souls. Now I did cover this game when it came out on the PS4 many months ago, so I'll include a link to that in the description below. If you're at all curious on having a look-see, I would suggest you look there, and you will find a rather informative video, if I do say myself. But basically, as you might expect, this includes all 3 pieces of DLC, and again it's going to come out on November the 7th. And what's kind of disappointing is that we won't be able to customize graphics options and resolutions separately. You may recall at the PS4 version you had an action mode and a movie mode, and the action mode is stable 60 and the movie mode is 4K, at least on the PC version. Obviously they were different on the Pro, but still. A little disappointing that we can't, tweak as we're fully expecting to on a PC game, but to be honest, I'm just happy that this game is coming to PC at all. It's a really good game, and yeah, it's definitely worth playing. So with all that out of the way, let's begin with the minimum specifications, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the OS is Windows 10, 8.1 or 7, hardly shocking. However, processor-wise, you'll need at least an i5-3550 and at least 6GB of RAM. Now, the DX version, unsurprisingly, is 11, but the graphics card for the minimum specs is going to be a GTX 780 with 3GB of VRAM, or a Radeon R9 280 with, again, 3GB of VRAM or over. Now, given that this is including all 3 pieces of DLC, the storage space required is rather monstrous at 100GB. But we are talking the complete game plus 3 pieces of DLC. So it's hardly surprising that this game comes in pretty heavy, but that is quite a bit of space, to say the least. However, what you really want to know is what the recommended specs are. So let's move on to them, shall we? Now, of course, the OS remains the same, but you need at least an Intel Core i7-4770K, and the RAM takes a small jump up to 8GB. And the graphics card is going to be at least an NVIDIA GTX 1060 with 6GB of VRAM, or a R9 380X with 4GB of VRAM, and again the DX version is still going to be 11, and unsurprisingly the storage space remains the same at 100GB. So the recommended is of course requiring a not like top of the line graphics card from either AMD or Nvidia, but obviously fairly recent cards. So you may or may not need an upgrade on this one if you're planning on running this at max. And obviously if you're running this at 4K, then you're probably going to be running into quite the demanding game, as 4K tends to be. But unfortunately, there's no resolution or frame rate associated with either the minimum or recommended, but we can probably hazard a guess that recommended is 1080p with everything max, but again, that is nothing more than an educated guess based upon previous patterns, so take from that what you will. So, I'm looking forward to playing this one again. It was pretty damn fun on the PS4, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing this on the PC. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.